Horus Heresy coming out, I kind of felt attracted to the prospect of building an Iron Warriors army, but I didn't really want to waste hours painting NMM, while at the same time I didn't just want to slap in some metallic paint and a wash. I wanted something more, something shiny, but simple. So I came up with this new technique. So in this video I will break it down, showing you how this will not just allow you to have realistic metallics, but also how it's gonna 10x your painting skill altogether. Let's jump in. Let's start with step 1 by applying an overall base coat, which is gonna be this very good metallic paint from Army Painter. I rarely use metallics, but when I do, I mostly use Army Painter, especially from the John Blanche set that they kindly sent me, or AK Interactive. I tried many, but no one in particular stood out except one. You'll see in a bit. Just keep watching. I use a brush because why not? And I go around base coating in a semi-precise way because I can't be bothered using an airbrush for this. I do the same things for the trims where I just use bronze, also from Army Painter. I like to apply my metallics paints over black base, otherwise they look kind of funky. I don't know. Maybe it's all in my head. Is it in my head? I don't know. Next, a quick shading to darken the recesses and give definition, very simply by using a mix of contrast paints, a medium, and water. Wait. I know how this looks like. It looks like sloppy metallic work, but it's actually not. It has a very specific purpose that you will understand at the end of the video. So you need to keep watching, please. I want a dark metallic, but since black contrast paint is so powerful, I'm gonna deal with it a little bit, but still it's gonna cover what you see on screen is what I'm aiming for. Be careful in the application here or you will be creating stains. So load the brush and try to go over the entire area you're painting in one go. Otherwise, something bad will happen. It's almost time to unsheath my secret weapon for this technique, but before we do that, I need to tell you something else that's really important, and that's what's actually gonna 10x your skill. You see, the key for great metallics is not having super covering paints or perfectly applied shades. It's all about the highlights and where you place them. So let me show you real quick. In step 3, we're gonna deal with this like we do with any other figure. We're gonna choose the main angle, see where the metallic paint reflects the light, and there is where we're gonna place our highlights. So after we figure that out, we move on to step 4, which is paint application. I will finally apply the highlight. In order to do that though, I needed the secret weapon. This is aluminum from AK Interactive, or is aluminum, I don't know. And it's the perfect paint to add contrast and shine and to your metallic, while at the same time it's pretty easy to blend. On the palette here I have 2 metallics, my base coat and aluminum. I start by applying pure aluminum, just thinning it down just a bit. You can see it's very powerful, very shiny, but it doesn't have perfect coverage. As soon as I have it down, I wash the brush real quick and very delicately stipple the edges of the paint to make it fade in the previous layer, aka the base coat. You see, even working with metallics, thinning your paint is pretty important. But it's even more important understanding how to use brushstroke to make my life easier. Most people struggle with that a lot, and that's why I created the first online course that would break down the things that people struggle the most with, which also happen to be the fundamentals of painting. If you get these things right, you can start actually enjoy painting again, struggle-free. So check it out, it's made with love for you. Yes, for you, Jonas. Link in the description. If that's not smooth enough for you, fuck off. I mean, I'm joking. That's why I have some of the base coat metallic on my palette, which I will be thinning down and apply to the edge in the same way. I'll smooth everything out. Most of the times you won't need this though. This paint is my secret weapon because it's so shiny and powerful while still being kinda easy to blend. Yet, it does have its issues, like anything. It's easy to create texture with this paint if you're not careful. In this case, it really doesn't bother me that much, but if that's something that's gonna bother you, just take it into consideration, I guess. What did bother me a lot was the hedge highlights, because those were kinda important in order to give definition to the model, but also pretty annoying, because you kinda need good coverage for that. And Metallics are finished. So why this will help you get better at painting. Number one, your painting volumes, not randomly slapping on colors. Number two, you will achieve a very high contrast. And most importantly, number three, you will get a better understanding of this concept, the contrast concept. To explain that, we gotta quickly jump back to the beginning of the video where I applied the contrast paint. It really seemed like a lazy step, but actually it was a calculated move. A big brain here. By shading like that, I created additional contrast because the truth is, there's not just one type of contrast. In this case, I also created contrast in finish because I have a matte base coat and shiny highlights. Am I a genius or what? You're not supposed to answer that question, thank you. Also, this approach is pretty good if you want to achieve colored looking metallics, like with your Emperor Children or Thousand Suns or even Grey Knights. How? Well, watch this video next and I'll show you. See you there. Or you see past me there because I think it was like